Alright, so spring quarter, my thoughts on there. For the most part, it was like any other quarter, really, I guess. There was some uh, parts about the quarter that sucked and parts that didn't. That's a very generic statement right there. Let me just get into what exactly went down this quarter. So I finally found out what was going on with next year's financial aid once my portal was updated. There's a new, standard for financial aid, and you must be making significant progress on your degree in order to qualify, in a sense, for financial aid. And what had happened with me was I was in college prior and then dropped out and really didn't know what to do with myself or what to major in with school and everything. So I had taken a few classes that weren't directly towards cybersecurity, in a sense, because I was going more towards a technical type degree, I guess. When I first started, I didn't even have a degree in mind at that time. I just want to take computer classes. So I actually ended up taking an introduction to Microsoft Office Suite class, not even needed for my degree. That was back in 2014. Spring quarter 2014. So I passed the class with a D, and it doesn't even apply to my diploma. So it's a trap that a lot of students actually fall into, is taking classes that is not needed for their degree, and they get now caught into the point where if you're at 112%, I think it's something like 109 credits at that point, then you have to be graduated. If not, then you gotta file for a petition to extend your financial aid to meet graduation requirements, and any other classes you need to pay for yourself out of pocket. But the funny thing is when I was talking to financial aid about it, I told them, there was 3 classes that I paid for out of my own pocket, which actually the casino reimbursed me 80% to their higher education plan thingy, whatever, tuition reimbursement plan thingy. And I told them that, I told financial aid that I paid for 3 classes out of my own pocket, a total of like 12 credits or something like that. And they told me that it does not matter how those classes are paid for, that as long as those classes are taken, they need to be directly geared towards the diploma that you're going for. And that time I did not know what I wanted to major in. Now I do, cybersecurity, but I had to completely redo my academic plan again, even though I went through all the trouble of last fall getting that approved, the trip up to Bremerton, even though it was enjoyable day going up there and checking out my college and everything, spending the day at my college. It was still a pain in the butt. So I thought that I was going to need to go up to Bremerton again and go through all that hassle of trying to get it approved. But I was in contact with the advisors there where my college is located, and got to talking with them, and we were able to actually, I was able to get in contact with my advisor and get my new plan approved. So now I will not have all the certificates that I had planned on before, and I will not be dual major of networking and cybersecurity. I will solely just be a major in cybersecurity, which makes sense because if you think about it, why would I want to get a certificate in cybersecurity through the college as well as the degree in cybersecurity, because the degree outweighs the certificate in itself. So at that there, as well as each certificate and each major costs money, you have to pay to get these things. So I think I calculated it would be around $75 for all the certificates and extra diploma. So it just doesn't make sense doing that itself. The other thing is when I was looking into what I needed to do for my academic plan, because this was actually a thing required for my general studies class, and there was a day where the instructor was not there, and there was a sub for the class that day, which the sub also was one of the other advisors for my campus. And I expressed to them that I had my plan done, which was the first one that I got approved back in February, and expressed the concern I had about all the certificates and the dual major and all this stuff, and wondering if it was going to affect my financial aid at all. And it was actually that day there that I checked my financial aid portal and saw that I had hit the 112% and actually needed to get a new academic plan approved. So I guess my gut intuition actually did me some good, because I was going to have to pay for all of it anyways, for all the certificates and all the classes in itself, and I am at no financial ability to be able to do that at this time unless I were to take out student loans, and that's just not happening. But anyways, when I was talking to that advisor about my academic plan, they brought out the new CIS major that is cybersecurity and networking. But what I did not know at the time was was not a transfer degree, and I plan on transferring to a 4-year university. So basically what happened was I got my hopes up for nothing. I thought I was going to graduate a year and a half early. I thought I was not going to have to take pre-calc and not pre-calc, but I thought I was not going to have to take calculus. So I shed a little bit of tears over that because I thought I was going to graduate early, got my hopes up. That's why I don't like doing that stuff, getting excited about things, because, there's prone to disappointment. And I try to keep things at a realistic expectation. So after understanding the error of thought that had occurred, I accepted my new academic plan and the same graduation date that was as prior, but more focused towards transferring to university. I do, although, wish that I would have taken the proper classes when I was paying for my education back in 2016. But how was I to know that this financial aid block thingy would have actually gone into effect back then? Because there wasn't such thing. You could have done what I was wanting to do back then. You could have, as long as you didn't have a degree yet, you'd qualify for financial aid, as far as I'm aware. You could major in 2 different areas. You could get certificates. You could do exactly what I was looking at doing, but you can't now. You can't do that. Other than that, it was really just school in a sense. I was going Monday through Friday, which that was a new experience because the class I was going to take spring quarter, introduction to electronics, I think, and that's one of the classes that would have worked towards the certificates, I think. I don't remember now. It was, or maybe it was the networking degree. It doesn't matter anymore. It was a class that did not apply towards the cybersecurity major. So that class was canceled for spring. So I just took a general studies class instead of that one. And as usual, starting off with high ambition, gonna do good this quarter, gonna get all A's, that type of thing, and life happens. We lost our internet at home, and it was that way for about a month to a month and a half. So needless to say, the bill did not get paid. I chose not to pay it. My girlfriend didn't have a way to pay it, so, I went half the quarter without internet home, so I had to take the bus to school, be there at 7 o'clock in the morning till basically 6:30 at night. And the only thing to eat was peanuts, oatmeal, and top ramen. Yeah. That gets old fast. It's about the first week, it's fine. But after that, I want something other than top ramen. I want something other than oatmeal. So I think I lasted about a month, going 7 till 6:30 at the college. And after that, I just started taking the bus home after class. I would try to use my data on my phone to get my math homework done. I would print off the articles for English. I couldn't stand being at school that length of time. And a couple weeks later, we got internet back, so woohoo! But at that time, I was already behind. I had to do journal entries for my English class. There was 2 online journals, which were actually journals on articles from the college's library page. And there was a textbook journal and a personal journal for English class. And I think I got actually about 80% of those journals done. I did not complete the textbooks. There was like 3 of them, I believe, that I still needed to do. There was like 3 of everything that I still needed to do of all the journals. But I knew there wasn't any way I was going to be able to get them done. That time without internet really screwed me. Usually I work off of like a list and everything. I list out all the assignments that I need to do, and as I complete them, I mark them off. And I did do that for all my classes. It really helped me for math. But not English or general studies. Because what's the point of having a checkoff list if the assignments are not unlocked or there is no due date given? So I have to constantly revise the checklist, and at that it's pointless, because once the due dates are released, it's the week of, so it's that following weekend, that Monday, so the weekend's like the due date or something like that. And there there's no way for me to have known that when I was creating the checkoff list. So that became pointless for my general studies class, and it was a little bit useful for English because I did check off some of the journal entries and a few other assignments, but English was pretty much last minute in itself. I just completed enough just to, well, not just to pass the class, because I got a B in the class. So, no, I'm happy about that. Math, I got a 93 on my final exam, which blew me away. I thought I was going to fail it. But I guess I learned just enough just to pass the class. Well, not just to pass the class, because I got a B as well in math, a 3.1 GPA, I think, and English, I got a 3.0, so, and general studies 4.0, so, but anyways, there's that. General studies, I just did a whole bunch of extra credit, and really didn't do much of the main stuff, which freed up time for the other classes. Not all the other classes, but math and English. But I would get ahead on math, and I'd fall behind English, and then I'd get ahead in English, and then fall behind in math, and it was just a struggle, really. And really should have just paid on that internet bill instead of being stubborn. Yeah. Also, a couple other thoughts is that taking math and English in the same quarter, it's not a good idea, guys. Don't do it. I think I've rambled on long enough. I don't think I've missed anything. I'm going to be putting out a channel update video probably next, and I got a few more video ideas that I can be doing as well, so look out for that. So yeah, I'm not taking the summer off. I'm taking one class this summer for a 6-week course to get intercommunication skills class out of the way for my diploma. And then I'll be on for fall quarter for pre-calculus, server administration, and sociology 101. That's what I'll be taking fall. So that's all I got. See you guys later. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Secondhand Hunter Show. I do quarterly videos consisting of pickups and my life journey through college. I'm actively seeking to advance my skills in life as well as here on YouTube. So please consider hitting that subscribe button so you can be updated to my newest and greatest videos. Thanks for watching.